Welcome to my channel. Welcome to those who are familiar with me or those that are just seeing me for the first time, because I'm participating in Carrie the Crafter, Carrie Griffith's hashtag jelly postcard play for July 2024. And basically this challenge is to post a postcard a day. Postcard being a 4x6 inch, could be landscape or it could be portrait size. And Carrie is designing this to foster creativity and community and just for fun. There's no prizes, there's no judgment. I'm going to be doing a video of some sort a day on YouTube. I might post a few things on my Instagram and Facebook, but it's mainly going to be on YouTube that I'm going to be posting. It might be a short, it might be a video, like a recorded video. I don't know the length, depends on what I'm doing, or it might be during one of my lives. So we'll see how it goes. I don't have it all planned out yet. And I'm going to post or link Carrie the Crafter's video where he describes this challenge below. And I'm going to, I think I said I'm making a playlist, hashtag jelly postcard play, or July, he's calling it July postcard play for the month of July. Now each postcard must feature at least one element produced by the gel plate. You can include printables of gel plated prints. I know that Carrie has some on his Etsy. PM Artist Studios will have them on their website. I think Eddie Makes Art and Darcy Misadventures Thinkspeedias, I think they have them on their Ko-fi, they're called Ko-fi page. You can also include brayer-offs. You can include some that, you know, you didn't have to make them yourself. Maybe you were given to them in a swap. There's really not a lot of rules. You just have at least some bit of gel print. Also, the other must is that you must have a number somewhere on the front of your postcard, any style, any font. It could be written, it could be Roman numerals, whatever you want. It must be on the front, and we're supposed to just share one postcard each day. So my concept is going to be, I'm going to try different, kind of do like a technique sampler. So do a different technique each day. Some days it's going to be maybe a jelly print that I've already have made, and I'll discuss that. So I think that's about it. So this is the first video in my series, and I'm today I'm going to be using this 5x7 gel plate. And the next videos, I'm not going to go through the whole description. I'm just going to get started, and I'll just refer you back to this video and to Carrie's video. So today, when this is going to be released, this is going to be Canada Day. Canada Day is July 1st, and I'm Canadian. You may or may not know that. So I thought I would make a Canada-themed postcard, and I'm going to use this cutout from a die cut from a set from Stampin' Up called Seasonal Layers Thinlit Dies. And all I did was I used one of the dies to make basically a stencil in just a piece of cardstock. And we're going to do that to make a Canada flag, and then we're going to add some collage elements on top of that. So I'm going to use some red, obviously. And this is just a cadmium red, medium hue, a Liquitex Basics. And so my postcards, I do a lot of different styles, so I'm not really having a theme that way. It's going to be very eclectic. We're going to try lots of different things. And the other thing is that most will have some element of collage, I would think. All right, so I just put some paint on there. I'm just going to sprayer that on. Now this plate is a 5x7 plate, so it's not going to have everything on there. I just want it kind of loose. I want it a little bit distressed. I'm going to pull that off. So we have a basic Canadian flag, but to distress it more, I'm just going to use this needlework mesh. It's going to give it a little press just to put that in there, so it gives it just a bit of texture. Then I'm going to let that dry before I pull it with another color and do some collage. So it's been a couple minutes and it's pretty much dry. I'm just going to pick it up with white acrylic paint And then we're going to collage, do some distressing on this. So I'm just going to, I put way too much paint. When you're used to working on your larger plates, like your 8x10 plates, it's a little bit of a adjustment to go back to your 5x7 plate. If you're just starting jelly printing, I find a 5x7 plate is an excellent size to learn on. So I'm going to use just some cardstock that is pre-cut in a 4x6. Sometimes I'll be cutting things down. Like I'll be doing like a full sheet and cutting down to 4x6, or I'll be maybe picking up on paper and then gluing it to a piece of 4x6. Just depends. I don't have like a set plan, and every day I'm just going to kind of do what I feel like doing, and that's what you're going to be seeing. So I'm just going to pick this up. Now we're going to let that dry fully before I pull it, and then we're going to add some of our collage. Okay, let's pull this. And we have just a very basic jelly print on cardstock. I'll put that aside. And I thought this would be cool just to collage on top with this napkin that I found. And I don't remember where I found it. And basically when you do a napkin gluing, you need to take off the layers underneath. The best way is with tape. Now I'm gonna go see if I have some tape. Okay, so you just take a piece of tape. But you don't want to try to glue down more than one layer. So these are just two-ply napkins. And my plan is to just collage it just like that. Some iconic Canadian ephemera. So I'm just going to cut this down just a smidge. And then I'm just going to use some matte medium, and that will make the napkin go clear. Most of you already know all this stuff, but in case you don't, we're just going to try to explain everything. Let me grab my matte medium. So just got some regular Plano matte medium. So I'm just going to put it on top of my jelly print. And I'm just going to use my silicone spatula just to spread it out. A good amount on there. And I've got a piece of wax paper underneath, if I didn't say that. And then I'm just going to place this on here. Go from the center out. And then you can see how the napkin just goes pretty clear. And I just want to kind of mash it down a bit. Now I can see this napkin isn't quite, it's a bit water reactive. You can see it's smearing there a little bit. So I'm just going to leave it like that, let it dry, and then we're going to cut off the excess. So I used my heat gun to dry it a bit. And it's going to zoom in a little bit more. And I'm just going to turn it over and cut off the excess. It's easier to cut it when it's dry. When it's wet, it just kind of tears. Carrie talked about you can do your edges square, you can round them. I think I'm going to keep this one square, like a flag. And it's still a little flimsy. I'm going to add, I think, a thin glaze on the surface with my jelly plate. Let's grab this back. So I'm going to just add, I want like a vintagey see-through, like a glaze is see-through. I want it kind of a little bit brown. Let me see what I can find. I think I'm going to add just a little bit of this rich espresso, but I don't want it too thick. And I might even spritz some water on it. Let's see. So that looks pretty dark. Just going to kind of roll it around a little bit. Very, very thin. Actually, I don't need to add water. I'm going to spritz that down on there. Now this cardstock isn't super thick, so I think I will end up gluing it onto a thicker backing. So you can see how that just kind of distressed it just a little bit. Now I'm going to add some words. Now what I did was I used one of these. These are very old-fashioned. It's a Stampin' Up thing. I used it to stamp out July 1st, 2024. And then also I stamped out Canada Day. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that yet. And then I had this really old set from a journaling thing, and I just stamped out the word happy. So we're just going to, I think we're going to ink the edges. What if we do that? I don't want to hide any. Maybe we're just going to do that. Keep it really simple. I'm just going to ink the edges of the Canada Day pieces there. And I did stamp these in archival so that they actually won't be water reactive. And now that I've sealed in that napkin with a glaze, if I wanted to put a varnish on here, it shouldn't run because that glaze pretty much sealed it in. And I'm wondering, I do want to outline, like edge the card in ink. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do black or brown. Let's just glue that on there. And I'm just going to use my Eileen's Tacky Glue, and I'm just going to use Eileen's Tacky Glue like that, and then I'm going to just spread it out with the glue stick. I'm trying to be somewhat efficient so that these videos won't be too long. My postcards are generally not going to be, they're not going to be overly complicated. I do want that straight though. Happy. Oops, I forgot. See the Eileen's Tacky. If you just do glue stick, then it doesn't stick very well because the acrylic paint and the matte medium a little tricky. So that's why I do the 2 layers. Canada Day, and then we'll put the date over here. So each postcard doesn't have to be super complicated. It's just a fun activity. You're not meant to stress about it. Okay, I'm gonna just put my lids on my glues, and we're gonna edge those in ink. So I think the brown edge is perfect. I was thinking about doing a black edge, but I think I'm happy with that. All right, let's see how that looks. I'm gonna bring you in here. There's our postcard. Happy Canada Day, July 1st, 2024. That's a little crooked, but that's okay. And I almost feel like putting the word A, like E-H, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna resist that. So that's my first card for the hashtag Jelly Postcard Play hosted by Carrie Griffiths. And we started very simple, and some of the techniques I show are going to be a little bit more complicated, and some are going to be simple, but they're all going to be fun. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.